Bears fans, YouTube, welcome into another Victory Monday. My name is Kevin Haggerty, the main event, and I'm joined, as always, with Johnny C, MD. First and foremost, like to plead to you guys, please like, comment, subscribe. We really, really appreciate it very much, and we love doing this, Johnny.
We do.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. I just want to say how nice it is to have a football team that wins games on occasion. The graphic that I was seeing on one of the various tickers that I was watching today is that this is the first 2-game win streak the Bears have had since week 4 and 5, I believe, last year. So it's been a little while, and it just feels nicer to go to bed and then wake up in the morning not being reminded of I just feel like when we lost to the Vikings, you just get this. I woke up that morning and I just had a wash of like, oh yeah, that happened yesterday, and it sucks. And we are winners today, and it was ugly. But a dub is a dub. I think it's an ugly game.
It was a win, but you got to scratch and claw. They're all not going to be easy. You're not going to blow every team. You're not going to blow the Cowboys out every week. There's going to be these games, and as long as the ball bounces our way, that's what good happens to good teams. And I'm just glad we got a dub, man.
We did. So, rapid reaction of the first game, or the first reaction of this game before we go into our clip of the week. So, what was your key takeaway, and how are you feeling about it?
Gutsy is as good as advertised. That was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
And
we did kind of touch on that last week, that this could be a very good opportunity for Genty to figure it out. I actually looked at the anytime touchdown scores on FanDuel. Genty was like minus 240 to get a touchdown or something like that.
Really?
Vegas knew.
They knew.
I don't know what his line was for yardage, but they knew that this was going to be the game.
He scored what, 3 touchdowns?
Scored 3 touchdowns.
Two receiving
and a rush.
And a rushing, yeah. So he is as good as advertised. He went back to his Michael Myers stance. I don't know if you noticed that too.
Was he not doing that previously?
No, he was not.
Okay.
Apparently, he was told not to do that, and he said, "Probably screw you. That's my swag."
Is he what he was advertised to be, or are the Bears just so bad up front?
I think a little bit of both. I think he needed a get-right game, and like I kind of said last week, I was like, this could be a get-right game for him and his arrival party. So that would be my first thing. Another thing too that I noticed, Max Crosby is him.
Yeah, Max Crosby is a dog.
Dude, that man is a scary man. Yeah. He is very scary, and those are 2 positives about the Raiders, but those are 2 things that I could not stop thinking about.
Yeah.
Like when he batted the ball down and intercepted
caught it himself. I'm surprised anybody caught him.
I was like, you're scary.
He was juiced and he was all over the place. Like I don't believe he had a sack.
He did. He had the sack. He literally slammed Caleb to the ground and the ball popped out.
Yeah. Okay. So,
dude, he was.
Yeah, that was him.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, and it just felt like, even though that was the only sack officially that Caleb had in that game, which is impressive, but it really did feel like Caleb was under fire all day long. But we'll get into that and what actually ended up being a good game. You know, you might not expect it based on the way we're opening this up.
I know.
But we're gonna go to the clip of the week, and something that really kind of jarred me in listening to Ben Johnson field this interview from this. I don't know her name. I've never seen her before.
B team over here, man. CBS, not sending the A team.
Struggle to take advantage of those takeaways.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you tell them to get things going?
That it wasn't our brand of football. We're capable of a lot more, and so we're hitting the reset button here at halftime, and we're going to come back and establish our identity here in the second half.
So you need to change what you're doing.
I don't know. You think so? We're going to be just fine.
Struggle to take advantage of those takeaways.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that this lady is safe. like that was sassy.
Yeah, that was
sassy
aggressive.
in a way that I don't think I've ever seen, because these are always nonsense.
Yeah,
like these catching these coaches for like whatever they feel like saying in that moment. But Ben Johnson was just not having it. I think that he went in that locker room at halftime when the Bears were down 14-9. So we were +2 in the turnover differential. We started like 3, if not 4 drives in their territory and didn't come away with any touchdowns. If I am to believe or understand who Ben Johnson is, he was pissed, and I think he lit them up at halftime.
Which is good, especially at the pro level. I feel like sometimes the notion is that these are professionals and they don't need to be like rode super hard and get their ear chewed off sometimes. But that's what I think. Ben Johnson's the type of guy that's going to go in there and tell you how it is, and I think that's exactly what some of those guys need. And that intensity and that discipline is something that I am attracted to, especially for a football team. You need to be disciplined.
Yeah.
And I like to see it. As hard as that was to watch, like awkward.
It just felt so out of pocket. It's like, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. And you know what? I believed him when he said it. I was just like, okay, he's got a plan. I actually, they give kind of like this shot of everyone walking to the locker room. And I had just this sense of like how important these next couple of minutes, like them going over the game plan, figuring out what works, what doesn't. Whoever game plans better here is going to be the one who wins this football game, because I do think the Bears played a better first half. They just didn't get the points. Ashton Jeanty had that 64-yard touchdown. Geno Smith had thrown 2 interceptions at that point. Jeanty fumbled the ball. Oh my gosh. CC what? Sierra? Are you strapped under there? Is that what's going on? So Jeanty had the fumble on the 4th and 1. The Bears looked like a better football team. They just didn't capitalize in moments where they needed to. And I think both teams made good adjustments. The Raiders, I think they said, hey, we're not going to throw the ball anymore, even though the first play of the third quarter was a pass play that Geno Smith threw a pick, which wasn't even his fault. Tyreek Stevenson laid out for that ball.
Sure.
But after that, they decided to just go to the run, and they hammered us.
Yeah, Pete Carroll made a great call there. Geno is a quarterback of mine in fantasy football. And the thing about Geno Smith is he can either throw for 4 touchdown passes or throw for 4 interceptions. Very Jameis Winston-esque. And Geno was not on. And exactly, you put the ball, feed the hot hand there. But on the same side, the concept of the chess match at halftime. I believe in that very much. I love that about football. It's underappreciated. And I think that Ben Johnson is the type of guy that is willing to play that chess match and can win that chess match, which is the difference between a good head coach and a great head coach.
Well, I don't think it was a chess match so much. I think what Ben Johnson basically just needed to send a message. And he came out of that locker room hot because I think he just got done getting hot with his players, which was exemplified by the fact that he pulled Braxton Jones, the left tackle, and just not injured. I think this was confirmed in the press conference. They just pulled the left tackle, just being like, it's not good enough, and they were already starting an undrafted free agent from last year, the Canadian Eagle.
Let's go.
So we'll just jump onto that. The Canadian Eagle, if you guys watch Hard Knocks last year, it's this guy. So he made his first start at right tackle because Darnell Wright, our starting right tackle, was hurt. Braxton Jones apparently was not living up to Ben Johnson's expectations, so he gets pulled. This man goes from the right tackle to the left tackle, and they bring in Ozzie Trapillo, our rookie second-round pick, making his first snaps in the NFL.
So here's what I'm going to say about that is, a lot of people are going to hate on Poles for his, not making great draft picks and a lot of his draft picks not working out. But what I'm going to say, though, is that to Ben Johnson's credit, right, like all Poles does is put together a roster, and it's Ben's job to manage that roster, how he wants to manage and put players in the position. So it doesn't matter to me that the draft picks don't work out. As long as the team wins, as long as we are winning games, I don't care who is in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me that a second-round player didn't work out. Does it stink? Did we waste draft capital? Sure. But we're still winning ball games. We're getting the best players in there.
Okay. Well,
that's all I'm going to say.
To say we're winning ball games is a little
bit
of a
stretch.
We're 2-2,
John.
We're 2-2. We are, but
John,
Kevin,
we are going into the bye at 2-2.
We are going to the bye at 2-2.
We are a 500 ball club.
But you know what, Kevin? Both of us projected. I projected 8 wins. You projected 9 wins. A pretty pedestrian season, all things considered. Granted, it was looking much worse than that after week 2, but we are still exactly where we expected us to be. We weren't expecting these combination of wins and losses, but we both said that we were going to be 2-2 at the bye week.
And that's fine for me, man. That is fine for me. And it's not linear straight up, right? Like we know there's going to be ups and downs throughout, and right now we're on an up, and let's enjoy the up. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So at halftime, I don't think it was so much a change in game plan. That's not really what I saw.
You don't
but
think so?
I think Ben Johnson was just like, get your shit together. Get it together. Put it in a backpack, all your shit. And they did. That being said, the defense started getting punched in the mouth, and there was a couple like long sustained drives. They got another interception, but the front the front end of our defense is bad.
Yeah.
Granted, we're still without Kyler Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to play this week. We're without, I always forget if it's TJ Edwards or Tremaine Edmonds who's hurt. I always get the two of them confused.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds is the one who's hurt. Yeah, TJ Edwards is the one who got the 2 interceptions last week.
Mm-hmm.
So we're without linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jalen Johnson.
we were without Jalen Johnson, who's going to be out for the whole year. And we were also without Grady Jarrett, defensive tackle, which makes a difference. That being said, our front end of our defense is not good.
I was like, does it matter that much? No.
There are not going to be a lot of good teams that we can beat not being able to stop the run at all.
Well, or it's a shootout, right? And, I mean, the Bears are going to have to score points. And they didn't score a ton of points, but, you know, I think another thing that's kind of underrated here that was kind of talked about, it was almost a home game for the Bears.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Those Chicago fans, they came out, and a lot of people went to Vegas. They were loud. It almost looked like, so you saw some pictures too. You don't know how much with AI what it changes now, but it looked like almost all Bears fans were there.
From the accounts that I follow of people who were at the game, and they said it was projected to be like 50-50. I heard them on the radio say it was probably closer to 70-30.
Yep.
And the listening to it
Yep.
through the broadcast kind of felt that way too.
To be fair though, like how many Raiders faithful are there in Vegas?
Well, I mean, they're new. I'm not even going to shit on the city of Las Vegas for not showing up for their team. First of all, it's a tourism attraction.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so this is just going to be what they are, and unfortunately, for at least for the next couple of years. And like, you know, I think the Raiders go out and win a Super Bowl, and they really win over that city. I think they're going to have like a good playoff run before you kind of have like your crew who's showing up faithfully for you.
Well, it's like the NHL expansion team, the Golden Knights, when they came out. Do you remember they won the Stanley Cup?
Oh yeah, the Knights have not been bad. Like the Knights are. I went to a Knights Blackhawks game.
But what's the best way to get fans?
Being good. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which, you know,
Geno Smith and Pete Carroll probably aren't the answer for the year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the Bears won a Super Bowl 40 years ago, and that's. It's to the point now where we start talking about 1985 Bears. I'm just like, we need to just let it go. Like it's sadder and sadder the more we keep bringing up stuff that happened before either one of our lifetimes and being like, this is the good old days. But anyway, so offensive line switches.
Sure.
I really want to highlight Caleb Williams is him. I think that there are some naysayers who can say bad things about how he looked in this game. I thought he was steady and consistent. He got hurried a lot. I don't think he missed anything atrocious.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet had a couple of drops. Like DJ Moore is still like I don't know. I just don't. Can somebody find him? Like Montez Sweat and DJ Moore are two highest paid guys, and they are non-factors in any of these games, which is terrible. But Caleb Williams was steady throughout and led a game-winning drive when it mattered. And a quick fun fact for you. Do you know how many times? So we saw Caleb play with the lead the entire time. Like the game was never really in question against Dallas. Mm-hmm. How many possessions did we hold the ball with the lead? Do you know the answer to that question?
How many possessions do we have in total? 9?
Something like that.
I would guess none.
1.
Ooh.
We kicked the field goal. We got the ball back. I think it was the 4th and 1 stop. We got the ball in their territory. We drove, and that drive ended with the Max Crosby pick.
Oh.
After that, they score for a touchdown, and the Bears are trailing up until that go-ahead touchdown at the end of the game.
It felt.
So my point being is Caleb had to hold composure and play without a lead for the entirety of that game, essentially. And that pick was not his fault.
No, I mean,
so
that was
like
Max
there's
Crosby
nothing you can do about that. He slid into the screen. Max Crosby did a couple of moves this game where he's like, okay, I'm not getting to the quarterback. I'm dropping back and I'm going to look. I noticed that on the ball. I feel like it's not something I've seen a lot of people do. It's like I don't have an angle here to the quarterback. I'm going to drop back and see if I can swat a ball.
Yeah, I saw that too, and there was one. He almost got another pick too early in the game when I was like, oh no, is he going to pick that?
Yeah.
But to your point about Caleb, though, there was one play when he was rolling out and he just like whipped the ball, and like no one caught it or anything. And my wife was watching the game and she was like, "Why does he do that?
What?
Like just run and just throw the ball so hard?" And I'm just like, "Cause he can." Yeah. I don't know. He is literally a freak athlete.
And like he made some plays scrambling, but he ran within the offense.
Sure.
And still doing it with no concept of any run game. No concept of any run game. Are you willing to admit defeat on the take for the second time in 2 years? That Deion. I guess sell me on like what do you think is wrong with the run game? Because the run game is objectively not doing well.
It's awful.
So tell me, is it DeAndre Swift? Is it the offensive line? Is it something else? Like is it Ben Johnson? What's going on here?
No, it's talent.
So
it's a little bit of talent, a little bit of scheming. It's also like Ben Johnson's offense is required to run the ball, even if it goes nowhere. Even if it goes nowhere,
because you need to respect it. Like,
exactly, that's the idea. And so like,
but Caleb Williams threw 37 passes.
Only 37 passes.
No, he threw. That's a lot of passes.
That's a ton of passes. But what I'm saying though is that it doesn't matter if it works or it doesn't, and
it matters if it works or it doesn't.
I know.
I mean, they're but your point is that they're going to have to keep doing it, so we got to figure it out.
And this is the squad we have. These are the running backs we have. Yeah. As much as you want to say like, I hear people calling trade for Breece Hall. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'm assuming so. As we're recording this, I think that the Jets Miami game was kind of wrapping up. I think the Jets are about to. They probably just went 0-4.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Bears now going into a bye week.
Can we pull up the schedule?
Oh yeah, sure.
But
like people are talking about this. I feel like as if like utilizing this bye week to make some trades, but I just don't think that happens in the NFL.
It's not Madden. Like
Breece Hall is on an 0-4 team. Alvin Kamara is on an 0-4 team.
I would love Kamara,
but I just don't see it happening.
Alvin Kamara isn't going anywhere. He loves New Orleans. He is that team. He is that city.
I don't know to say he's not going anywhere. I mean, they're paying him a lot, and the Saints are not close to being good. You got a running back who's already getting old. But you know what? Here's what I will say: if we were living in this fantasy land where teams make these big blockbuster trades midseason, which they just don't. It's not like baseball. It's not like people who are just like, oh, we're out of it, so let's try and see what kind of capital we can get. I would prefer Trey Hendrickson. If you were to go out and make a move, the Bengals, who are probably they're playing right now, also on the road to being 0-4.
Mm-hmm. No, they're not.
Oh, no, you're right.
2-2.
They started, 2-2. So they start, but you know what? Who knows when Joe Burrow is going to be back? Are they really going to rush Joe Burrow back? And they haven't won, and they haven't looked competent since he's been out.
I think Joey B is going to get on the field as soon as he can with that turf, though. He's going to be like, put me in, coach.
So, I mean, it's another pie in the sky thing. But, like, if you were to tell me what I'd rather address, the defensive line or the running back room, I would say the defensive line, personally. Realistically.
Gosh, but it would be so much more fun to get a good running back in there.
I think, to your point, I'm not going to put everything on DeAndre Swift. Because he makes some splash plays and he does run hard. He seems like he cares.
That's what I'm saying. Like Swift doesn't do a bad job.
I would love to like watch the all 20. Whenever we're talking about all 22s, we're always talking about Caleb Williams, like like watching the play film. I want to see what DeAndre Swift is seeing. Does he not have vision? Does he not have patience? Because like you always say, he runs hard. Yeah, I think he gets the ball and he just dives. And the great running backs, you don't see them do that. You see them like kind of take a step, be like, okay, let's let the block develop, and then you're going. Mm-hmm. So I think if I were to guess, as not anyone who knows anything about running backs, I think that he just kind of lacks vision and patience. I think that's kind of what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I also think that like Ben Johnson's offense is we're still figuring out what works and what doesn't work right now.
I think the bye week is coming at a good time.
Correct.
And in addition to all the defensive injuries that I just mentioned,
let's take
also without Colston Loveland.
If they were 1-3 at this point, the bye week would not. I don't think it would be a good time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I would be I want to get back out there, and like you can't go into the bye 1-3. Yeah. Like that is just not how you need that roster right now. But the fact they're 2-2 right now, coming off a 2.
Hey guys, we won 2 games in a row.
Yes. Let's pump the brakes here. Let's figure out what are we gonna do, what is working, what is not. And when we look, we come right off. We're gonna play Washington on Monday Night Football.
Why does it have to be in Washington again? Because it was in Washington last year. You want to look up really quick? Is Jaden Daniels what the timeline on Jaden?
I already know. He's probably going to be back.
You think he's going to be back by then?
I think he's going to be back. He was.
Do they think he's going to be back next week?
Yeah, I think so. He was like declared out on like Friday or Saturday. So it was like, is he not?
He was questionable for this week?
Yeah. Okay. So I think for sure he'll be back next week. If not, he'll definitely be back week 6.
Honestly, I'd prefer it. I think if we're exercise those demons, we got to do it. And like he did not have a great game against us last year.
Yeah,
it was a low-scoring affair. I forget what it was like. I think it was both teams scored under 20 points. I want to say
The thing is you want to face your demons head on. The best thing here is we have the bye to come off it too, so we'll be relatively healthy. A full 2 weeks to scheme.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we need.
Yeah. So then we got that game, which I think in my heart of hearts, I'm still calling a loss until proven otherwise. But the rest of these games, the Saints still have not won a game.
They're awful.
They compete. I think they're not terrible. Spencer Rattler is now 0-10 as a starter.
Love that stat line.
So, God forbid. Oh, God, now I say that. I'm just going to be like, he's going to be 0-12 at that point and gets his first win against the
thing
Bears.
is, it's a home game. The Bears aren't going to lose at home.
Game, yeah. Then we go on the road to the Ravens, who are 1-3. Lamar Jackson had
hamstring injury,
some weird hamstring injury. Their Derrick Henry is looking like not a ghost of himself, and they actually have a bad defense, which is strange.
Yeah.
That being said, they're still a running behemoth, and the Bears don't want any of that stuff.
They've also played they played the Eagles so far. They've played
they played good teams.
The KC so far. They played the Bills.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like a 1-3, like those are 3 legitimate Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
Someone's got to lose those games.
Yeah. So I'm still calling that a loss. Unless Lamar is actually hurt, which I don't think it's going to be something that's lasting a month. The Bengals, I think we can win that game. That was something that we circled as like an obvious loss going to Cincinnati against Jake Browning. They don't have a good run game that's going to torch us, and I don't
think Chase Brown's him.
I don't. And then we go to the Giants with Jackson Dart, Cam Scatboo, and
let's go Scatboo.
Yeah.
That is the exciting Giants.
Yeah. But then after that, I mean, this is the soft part of my schedule. Then we go Vikings, Steelers, who are better than expected.
Yeah.
Eagles, Packers, Browns, who might even be a little bit better than expected. Packers.
The Browns just got steamrolled by Detroit.
So
yeah.
The month of October and early November.
It's gonna be fun time to be a Bears fan.
We're gonna have to win all those games.
And I think
realistically we'll win 3. I think of the next 5, I think we go 3-2.
I would go 4-5.
4 out of 5?
4 out of 5, yeah.
Okay.
I really think we can.
I think we can.
I think we should.
I think we could also go 1-4. So we'll see.
Nah.
I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked you last week.
Sure.
Prior to this game, did you think the Bears were a playoff contender? And I think you said no last week. So the answer, do you think that the Bears are a legitimate playoff contender now?
I'm going to say once again, no. Just because the Raiders aren't a playoff team. And despite what we saw from the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football against the Pack, the Cowboys are not a playoff team. Now let's see. You asked me post week 6, if we come off a win in Washington, that's now a 3-game win streak. And you asked me if I think the Bears are a playoff contender. I think I'm going to say yes. What do you think?
I'm not even touching that right now until it happens.
I'm just saying though, like I'm still not sold. I'm taking the dubs where I can take them.
Yeah.
I'm
thrilled with the outcome in the last 2 weeks, and it's fun. The Bears are clearly a team that's going to compete. Ben Johnson is a madman, and I think at the very least we'll be mean to these guys when they're bad, which feels good as a fan. I'd like to know that someone is yelling at them in the locker room.
Sure.
If they're out there just like ruining my Sunday.
Sure.
Holding them at least emotionally accountable.
What do you think about the 3:00 slot again? 2 back-to-back weeks in the 3:00.
I like the 3:00 slot.
Do you?
I really do.
Yeah.
I kind of like just watching the morning slate.
Play out.
And then seeing the Bears play versus I think I'm a little bit exhausted mentally on football. Watching them play at noon, and then I don't typically care about the morning slate as much. Also, the early slat has more games, and it's more fun to watch Red Zone at that time.
Yeah, well, they had the first Ireland game this week, and they had
fun.
They had 2 Monday Night Football games.
It made me want a Guinness real bad when I was watching that game.
Oh,
it was
did
a
you?
little early in the morning.
Yeah. They had an 8:30 start there, but I think it's the 3:00 slot is normally reserved for West Coast teams or good teams. So kind of good to see the Bears sitting in that 3:00 slot. I like it.
I do too. So let's see. So that was a Monday night game coming back. So we had a very long time to prepare.
Bunch of 12:00 games thereafter.
And then back to 12.
All 12, and we got the Black Friday game.
So was it your contact with Park Ridge who was saying that we should do like a bar event of the podcast?
Yeah, Harp and Fiddle.
Is that what they were saying?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I love Harp and Fiddle. Speaking of Guinness.
I went to
Harpin Finnell Park Ridge. Like maybe we MC that night if they'd have us.
I actually did I was at Harpin Fiddle for the game Sunday night actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
I like Harpin Fiddle.
Vibes were decent, but Monday night I think the vibes would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, hit them up. See if they'd be having. I don't know what their vision for what this would look like for us.
Well, we probably have to bring it on the show on the road.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe hit them up and see what we can do, and we'll keep you guys posted on that next week, I suppose. So quickly around the NFL, we were talking off camera. Your biggest game of the week that you want to talk about? Your current favorite player?
Jackson Dart is a G. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at this dude. Look at him. Like, but here, this is the best. Ready? I'm not gonna try to do it.
So Jackson Dart comes in for Russell Wilson, who that might be the haymaker of Russell Wilson's career, I would imagine. Comes in and wins a game. Who were they playing? I already forgot.
It was a complete upset. The 3-0 Chargers.
3-0 Chargers. Yep.
So what did you tell me? So they're being ran right now. The Giants are being ran by the offense and running back by Jackson Dart.
Cam Scapo, Jackson Dart.
And Scattaboo. And what did you say? What do those two guys remind you of?
They look to me like high school bullies.
Yeah.
Like on that, there's a picture of them together. I want to see if I can find it.
Just complete goons.
Yeah, they are goons. Like, and that dancing, I found that I looked at the video specifically just because it's just a bit too much for me. Like you said in the group chat, like, oh, Jackson Dart looks like he's got some swag, and I'm like, it's a little cringe to me. It crosses that point of being like, okay, buddy, like we get it. Like,
I mean,
you're a big dumb animal.
He's a Gen Alpha.
Nobody can do that as well as Rob Gronkowski.
You're sounding a little millennial right now, John. Don't date yourself.
Where's that video?
I mean, that's a good pick of them.
No,
right there.
it's this one. These two motherfuckers on their way to steal your girl.
I mean, I'm just gonna say I love it. I love it for New York City. I love it for the New York Football Giants. I think Jackson Dart objectively at Ole Miss was a hell of a quarterback. They say he's got the size like Josh Allen and the arm like Aaron Rodgers. I don't know about the arm, but he's got the heart of Brett Favre. He has got some heart out there, and he doesn't care.
The Chargers are legit. They were without Malik Neighbors, who unfortunately had a really bad injury.
Dude, this is now like I didn't see the stat of how many players the turf has claimed at MetLife Stadium.
It was eight since 2020 or something.
And they're all stars, and everyone is calling for them to get some real grass. And in my opinion, I think all NFL games should be played on real grass.
So this is my kind of a highlight of the week that I want to talk about. So this was probably the game of the week, which I actually did not get a chance to see except for some of the replays. Colts versus the Rams. It was very interesting to see where the Colts going to show up, and they did. Like the Colts held up against the Rams. Matt Stafford, I just cannot understand how he's still playing at this level. And in all the preseason ratings of Puka Nacua being like the best wide receiver, I just rolled my eyes at him. Just
Me too.
Yeah. And he's that. Like he's got 42 receptions in 4 weeks and like 500 yards.
I thought Stenson what's his name?
Stenson
Benson. Is that what it is?
I know who you're talking about.
The guy from UGA, the quarterback. I thought he was going to be throwing the ball because I thought Matthew Stafford had a broken back. So, I can't believe he's still playing either.
But this is one of the biggest plays of this game, unfortunately, for this A.D. Mitchell that's making its rounds. You hate to see it because this catch is insane. Like he catches it with like his front arm. He makes a couple of guys miss, and then he drops the ball going out the back.
Oh yeah.
And that's a big swing. For the Colts to get their first loss. So, but it's really interesting to see Daniel Dimes playing well in a meaningful game.
Well, you know what that Jackson Dart did for Dable, right?
What did he do?
Saved his job.
Not yet.
I'm just saying though. Like I mean, it wasn't Russ. I mean, Danny Dimes was a complete failure, and now he's an absolute stud here. But yeah, no, that was
If I'm ownership for the Giants, I would say you're not starting this guy just to save your job. Because it was the wrong time. You can say hindsight is 20/20. I guess now that we know that they won,
just beat a 3-0 Chargers
but
team.
they were already. I saw something about the injury report. I think they were without their number 2 wide receiver or something like that. It was a bad time to have him start against a really good team.
Is there ever a good time to start a rookie quarterback?
Yeah, year 2. Honestly, but
Sit a year.
it's not the way it happens anymore. So it is what it is.
I know. I hear you.
All right, Kevin. I think that's all I got.
Oh, do we want to talk really quick about the since we did around the NFL? Do we want to rearrange our
I thought we were gonna do that. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back and do that in a separate video.
Awesome. Sounds good.
So stick around for that. We're gonna be on so this will come out on Tuesday. Let's say on Thursday we're gonna come out with our NFC North breakdown. Last night there was people calling the game of the year ending in a tie. But if you're still watching, you're a real one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Question in the comments. Do you think the Bears go through the next 5 games with a winning record? Are we going to be entering Are we going to be going to Thanksgiving with a winning record? Kevin seems to think so, and I think it's a possibility too. But
Yes.
you're saying yes? All right. Bear down.
Definitively.
Victory Monday. Peace.
Nice.